back in the video. Today we're going to take a look at the Pokemon that actually got buffed without getting buffed, and it's going to be the Dunsparce. Dunsparce was one of the Pokemon I was looking into for the new meta, and in general also for the tournament in Stuttgart, which I was attending, which I kinda didn't win too well for me, but it's still fine. But yeah, Dunsparce is one of the Pokemon that kinda got buffed with the recent changes of the Go Battle League. Main reason why this is the case is because this is a core breaker for Noctowl plus the Lanturn, and this is the main reason why this Pokemon is currently so valuable and so nice to play. We're going to have a team here that's very similar to the team that I were showcasing before as well, but here instead of the Lickitung, they're going to run the Dunsparce, which will function similarly, but you have to say that the Dunsparce itself does not really have the same matchup as a Lickitung. For example, Lickitung gives you a way better matchup against Medicham of the opponent, so Medicham against you will be a little bit tricky, but look at those drill runs hitting hard against the opponent's Bastiodon here. You will be able to take one move here easily. Dunsparce itself is pretty bulky as well, which is kind of nice, as you will still have to throw against this Bastiodon. You do no damage, you literally do 1 damage I think with your fast move Rollout. Sadly, Rollout got nerfed a little bit last season already, so it doesn't generate energy as fast as it did before. It still generates energy pretty fast. I think it's now like 4.33 per turn, I think is how much it generates, which is pretty decent for a 3-turn move, but it does basically 0 damage, so I'm actually not a big fan of the move Rollout. I think Rollout is a horrible fast move, but it still at least generates energy pretty fast, which is okay. But yeah, we see a first win here, we see a Stunfisk against you here in the lead, which is what you want to see, and you see the Bastion here coming in as well. Bastiodon also something I really want to take a look at again, maybe also in a different kind of team setup, as this Pokemon will be able to counter Noctowl pretty easily and has a a lot of good matchups in this meta. What you can actually do with the Bastiodon, which I also think I might try to do for some tournaments, is play Bastion in the lead, play the Say Swap of the Medicham, and then have the Trevenant in the back. What this basically allows you is you will have the best answer for Noctowl in the lead. You will have a Say Swap of Medicham, which will be pretty awesome against the Noctowl as well, because you're still going to be able to get a shield advantage against them. And then you're going to have the Trevenant in the back that doesn't have to deal with the Noctowl anymore, which is the main reason why you really want to run this. And I think that would be a very cool core. Maybe this is something I might do a video about as well. We have to see, but definitely like this core itself for like Bastion itself is such a cool Pokemon currently in the meta. I definitely kind of want to make another video about my own team with Bastion, which is not like currently like this team here, because I think it has definitely a ton of potential. We see here the opponent having Altaria. This is the main reason why this thing is so amazing right now. Dunsparce has access to the move Rock Slide. Rock Slide will do a ton of damage. Rock Slide will easily knock out the opponent at this point of time. And the Rock Slide here is going through. It's a little bit tricky for me to actually say all the names because they're in German, and I'm German, so I understand those names. If they would be in Italian, it would be definitely better off because I don't have to take a look at the actual words of them. We see again here one reason why this thing is so cool. We're going to have a Flyer in the lead. You are a pretty nice flying type answer for this because you have 2 rock type moves with the fast and as a charge move, but you're also going to be able to counter kinda those steel types, and I think you might actually be able to win against this Registeel here because your energy generation plus the move, like the move energy that you need, is lower than the opponent's. There you will generate a little bit less than of course the lock on, but you still don't need as much energy for your charge moves, which definitely allows you here now to flip the switch, I think, because they're gonna go for the Focus Blast now. You're going to see the Pelipper come actually back in here, which should allow you to also farm up extra energy and maybe go into your Bastion, or you will go for another Rock Slide here, which maybe does enough, like maybe they're going to shield up, I don't know, but they're actually gonna go for Hurricane, which is still survive. You see how bulky Dunsparce is as well. Rock Slide coming through. it's kind of, yeah, like the German words always kind of it's a little bit tricky for me, but we see the Stunfisk coming in here, which is actually pretty fine for you. So it's going to be a double steel team from the opponent here, which is fine, because you're still going to have your Medicham here. You can take 1 move pretty easily. You can go for another Oh, very good catch by the opponent here. You can go for another Ice Punch. They're going to go down here, but it's still going to be a tough one for you to win. If this is an Earthquake, I'm not sure if you can actually win. It's going to be a Rock Slide. Okay, so you're fine here. You will be able to knock out the opponent. That's going to be a good game. Next opponent, we will see the Skarmory here. Skarmory will be also pretty okay-ish matchup for your lead, but you're going to swap out, of course, because this is how you play this team. You try to get out the potential fighting type for your Bastion in the back. Of course, unlike Lickitung, you have a little bit of a worse matchup against something like Medicham as a fighting type, but you're still going to be able to take the move here with the Dunsparce. Dunsparce will be able to go for some Rock Slides, and Dunsparce definitely going to outspeed the opponent here, but yeah, the opponent can take your moves. You cannot really take their moves as well, but you're still going to be able to survive one. You still should be able to get to 2 Rock Slides here, which might get 2 shields from the opponent. Knowing your matchups with the Dunsparce is an important thing here, and even if you are not able to gain back switch advantage here, you're still going to get a shield advantage, and you're going to be able to get some energy advantage here as well, as we see a Lanturn coming in, which has the move Water Gun. I think you're going to let this move go through here, because you're going to get countered anyway later on from the opponent. With their Skarmory, you might actually want to shield against Skarmory, I'm not sure. You're going to go for the Psychic, which doesn't even knock them out, or doesn't even get them low enough here. You will be able to take another Surf from the opponent, as we will see the farm down failing a little bit, but it's okay, as your Bastion gonna get more energy. And we see them going back into the Skarmory here, which doesn't really make too much sense unless they're super weak to Bastion, as we see them going for another move like you do no damage and you just give your energy, which is kind of funny. But we see the Sableye in the back. Sableye will not be able to take you down no matter what. Stone Edge coming through pretty easy, and we will see another Stone Edge coming through soon as well. No, never mind, they're just going to surrender anyway, and that's going to be a good game. Next opponent, Noctowl. You have a pretty decent answer here with the Dunsparce, and we see the Bastion coming in, which is even better for you. You can just go for the what's it even called? The Drill Run here? The Drill Run against you. Drill Run will do enough damage to put them into a 3-shot range. It doesn't even 2-shot them, sadly. I think like if there was a Shadow Dunsparce, I think Shadow Dunsparce would be instant meta, to be fair. Just because you need always a little bit more of the damage that you already do with your charge moves. So like you kind of always want this 20% chance, like the 20% extra would be really cool for a lot of situations, but it's still fine. You're going to go 2 shields down, but you will be able to generate a ton of energy still here. Going to be able to realign, which is amazing because you have your own Bastion in the back. And I would expect that the opponent most likely going to have a Stunfisk in the back or the Registeel. Either of them would make a ton of sense if you have the Bastion on their own. You will try to farm them down. Didn't work out. Doesn't really matter because you're going to knock them out here anyway. And now let's see if they're going to have the Stunfisk or the... Oh, it's actually going to be... Oh, that wasn't the most ideal swap here. We will see, though, the Ice Punch coming through, which is going to get unshielded. I like no shielded here. As you can take one move here, even if this is a Seed Bomb, you will still survive it. It's a Seed, and you don't survive it. Ah, you have a Hundo Medicham, forgot about that one. This is not a fully XL version of this Pokemon, so that's why you didn't survive it. But you're still going to be able to farm down with your Bastion, so you should be fine. We see the Medicham in the lead, where this is where you want to see it, because this is your best answer for a Medicham. You're gonna go for the bait here with the Ice Punch. You're going to shield up the opponent's move, which is going to be a Psychic. Psychic going to get shielded. Let's see if the opponent puts a shield up as well. They're going to do this, and you can basically go for the free Psychic here right now as well, but they're going to swap out into the Lanturn. Going to be the Spark version. Don't know why you... I mean, yeah, okay, you're going to have a pretty okay matchup here. While you don't want to face the with the Bastion up against the opponent's Medicham, so I guess it does make some kind of sense. But it's still not the best matchup either here. You will be able to take all the serves. They might be able to knock you out in time though, and I think they will. Yeah, I think they will. You're just going to let this move go through, right? You can farm down now with your Dunsparce, and you're going to get a ton of energy here. They have 2 serves already. Anyway, the serve coming through here, you have to get... You cannot farm down in time. You cannot farm down the opponent in time. This is the awkward thing about Rollout. Rollout does 0 damage to the opponent, basically. As we see the Medicham coming through, you will hit a Drill Run here, which is amazing. This will be able to do some nice damage against the opponent. You can snipe them with the Psychic here. Do they let this move go through? They do let this move go through, and we see a Noctowl coming in. This is an interesting one. I'm actually curious on if you can win this or not. It's going to be a very close one, because you're going to go down here, but you have to hit 2 Rock Slides, basically. and you're going to let this move go through, of course. But you have already one Rock Slide stored, so I think you're fine. I don't think there's any way that the opponent can do anything against you. I think you still have to go for 4 rollouts here, exactly, but you just got the move through. I'm pretty sure you win CMP against the opponent's Noctowl, even if they have the move stored, but they don't have it stored yet. And you will be able to take out the opponent with one Rock Slide here, and you see how good the Dunsparce is from the player here. You see a Medicham against you in the lead again. Medicham in the lead, very good for you. It seems to be a rank 1 from the opponent, as it has at least the CP of it. See the Ice Punch coming through, getting shielded, I think, which is nice. You're going to shield up as well, which is going to be the Psychic. You will be able to win CMP anytime because of your worse IV spread, but you will be able to also go for one Psychic. Now, let's see if they're going to let this move go through. They're going to shield this move up as well. And you're going to shield up their move up as well, which is going to be another Psychic. So you will be able to reach the next Psychic in time before them. This will knock out the opponent's Medicham pretty easily, I think. And you will be able to realign, which is amazing, as we see a Walrein coming in. You didn't really have to swap out here, but swapping out into the Dunsparce allows you to go for some draw runs here against the opponent's I want to say the German names, it's so confusing. Against the opponent's Bastion here, it's not Bolterus, it's Bastion. But yeah, we will see here the Stone Edge coming through. We can see that you can go ahead and farm them down. Yes, you're actually going to be able to farm them down. You will be able to go for one Rock Slide here. This Rock Slide will do some nice damage, and you still have 2 good answers for the opponent's Walrein in the back there. One Earthquake does not do enough here. One Earthquake does not even close to do enough there. Not even a Shadow version would knock you out with the Earthquake there. This is how insanely strong the Bastion is. We will see the opponent here with one Medicham. Medicham is, of course, one of the strongest Pokemon in the current meta. We will see the Drill Run coming through, and we will see that you can go ahead and go for another Drill Run. At least you're going to be able to bait them out there, and you will be able to do some damage against them. And I think they are forced to throw against you as well, which is hilarious. They're going to throw the Power Punch here, which will... they're actually going to go straight for 2 of them, which is pretty nice for you, I think. You can go straight back into your on Medicham. You can go for an Ice Punch, or you're just gonna go for the No Shield, actually. For the Psychic No Shield, which is kind of crazy. You will be able to farm down the opponent. We see the Ninetales coming in, which is going to be weak against your Pokemon in the back, which is your Bastion, and we see the opponent coming back into the Stunfisk, and this is going to be a good game there. I think if you played it a little bit differently, you at least had a chance there, but most likely not as well. Like, most likely it would have been already over either way, but it's okay. We see this Skarmory here against you, but this Skarmory doesn't have the correct fast move. This is Steel Wing Skarmory. Don't run Steel Wing Skarmory. Steel Wing Skarmory is not something that you should run, at least. We see the Draw Run coming through here against the opponent's Stunfisk, which is okay for you. You can take one move. You're actually going to shield up the opponent's Earthquake. Oh, it's going to be a Rock Slide bait. That's not really ideal. But because the opponent swapped out now, you're going to be able to go back into your Medicham. You can take one Earthquake pretty easily, and you can just farm them all the way down. This is only a Rock Slide. And this Stunfisk is now basically gone for your Bastion, which is amazing. We will see the Azumarill coming back in here, and the Azumarill will have to take one Psychic, as you can still reach another Psychic. I didn't expect that you would get there, but it's very cool that you get there, as this will get the shield from the opponent. You're gonna go for the Drill Run. If you didn't know, Drill Run is a better move compared to a Rock Slide in terms of damage per energy. They both have the same energy, but Drill Run does 5 more damage. In this situation, it's actually kind of beneficial as well to go into your Bastion, because Bastion usually hardwalls opponents' Azumarills, as you're most likely going to see here. Usually they don't run Hydro Pump, and I bet now they're going to run Hydro Pump. Nope. Ice Beam coming through. I don't think they have Hydro Pump, but maybe we'll see it now. Maybe they have Hydro Pump. Let's see. They do not, as expected. And of course, these Skarmory, I don't know, maybe they run Steel Wing plus the Flash Cannon, but sadly they don't, and they're going to go down here. Thanks for this game. We're going to go into the final game. We're going to see another Stunfisk in the lead. We can see the opponent coming into a Noctowl, and this is already not looking great for the opponent. The cool thing about Bastion is you will always be able to farm down the Noctowl. They still usually get to 3 Shadow Balls here against you, which are going to put you into the deep yellow health range, but you're of course going to get out of this matchup with 100 energy, which is insanely nice, as you can see here. you will have still some kind of health left on your Bastion and enough health to survive a ton of fast moves. We see the Stunfisk coming back in here, and you will be able to reach 2 of the flamethrowers here, which is going to be very cool. You're going to go actually for a little bit of an overfarm to flex on the opponent. Going to go straight for the flamethrower. You could actually decide to swap out here if you want to, but you're going to opt to stay in here, give the opponent 100 energy. And you should most likely shield this move. You don't shield this move, it's going to be an Earthquake, but you're also going to have a Trevenant in the back against you, which is a pretty decent matchup for the Dunsparce here, because Dunsparce actually kind of two-shots this Pokemon, which is amazing. Very cool, which I didn't know before, that you can two-shot basically the Trevenant. It doesn't two-shot directly, but you can farm down afterwards, which is cool. So you will be able to now go ahead and go for one Rock Slide. I don't think it knocks them out yet. I think you still need some more fast moves. You're going to get the shield anyway, which is even better. You have to shield up this move here, of course, but you have basically all the things aligned perfectly for you. You can swap out into your Medicham. This is not an Earthquake, that's going to be a Rock Slide, and you can go for Ice Punch if you want to. You have a move stored already. You can just shield up, go for an Ice Punch against the Trevenant, and this should seal the deal. So, Dunsparce, a very cool Pokemon. I saw like a lot of potential for this Pokemon already before, and it definitely has it in this current meta. Definitely recommend you to try out Dunsparce, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Leave a like if you haven't already, and bye!